All right, today we're doing 4-7. You actually already know how to do 4-7. It's just a matter of thinking about it in terms of quadratics again. So this is where we're going to be defining whether a quadratic moves left, right, up, down, stretched, compressed, or flipped. That vocabulary should sound familiar to you because we already did that. Okay, so there's kind of a key here. You might just go ahead and copy that down. By the way, HK is going to end up being the vertex. This is going to allow us to graph fairly quickly and efficiently here. It's going to be pretty great. So, first things, they kind of want us to write this in vertex form. What you're going to end up doing is kind of completing the square so you can get a square trinomial so you can have this x minus h value here. So what I'm going to do is ask myself, that completing the square was b divided by 2 quantity squared. Go ahead and do that. So x squared plus 4x, 4 divided by 2 is 4 divided by 2 is 2, and then 2 squared is 4. So I'm going to add a 4. And we know that whatever we do to one side, you have to do to the other. Just like that. And then here's what I want you to do. Do not combine the 4 and the 6. I want you to use these as your perfect square trinomial to see x plus 2 quantity squared. Now if I want to get y by itself, I'm going to subtract 4. Okay, now I'm in quadratic form. Remember that the h value is going to do the opposite of what you think. So that's actually a -2 for my vertex. So if it says, hey, what is the vertex? The vertex is going to be -2, 2, because again, the vertex is hk. And, whoops. No, that'll work. This value is h, but opposite of what you think, this value is k, according to this up here. So, again, you can check out your 2-7 notes if you have any questions. Here's your stretched, compressed. Where is that here? You've got your being flipped here. Here you have moving up and down. And then remember that left and right moves opposite of what you think. And yeah, so we're going to practice some graphing. These are going to be some very sketchy graphs, meaning we're going to sketch them, First, I just want you to identify the vertex. So this one is going to be 3 and -2. Okay, opposite of what you think on your H. Plot that. 1, 2, 3, -2. I notice that it opens up because it's positive. And since there's no number right here, that means it is not stretched or compressed, which means your first points on either side have a kind of slope of 1 is how I think of it. If you remember that from 2-7, check that out. Which means it looks like this. If it was stretched, that means it should be skinnier. That means it'll be skinnier than these points 1, 1, or the points where it's like over 1, up 1 on either side. So if it was stretched, it would be skinny like that. If it was compressed, it just needs to be on the outside of those. Okay? Delete that stuff. Alright, so let's do another one. Since this one has no plus k, that means it must have been plus 0, which means h is -1, because it's opposite. -1, 0. Since it is compressed, my normal would be those 2 tiny dots, which means compressed should be, that's far from even. Something like that.